Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
A man is shot dead by Las Vegas police early this morning. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm Lena Bleetz. We begin with top stories sponsored by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. We now know the identities of 2 kids who were killed in a hit-and-run crash on Friday. 6-year-old Talia Lewis and 11-year-old Dante Lewis died from blunt force injuries, according to the Clark County Coroner's Office. Just after 5 p.m. on Friday, a 4-car crash occurred at East Flamingo Road and the Pecos-McLeod Interconnect. Police say a stolen Lexus ran a red light and hit a Mitsubishi Outlander, and the impact flung the SUV into 2 other cars stopped at the light. On Tuesday afternoon, police said the driver of the Lexus, 32-year-old Nikki Surratt, was booked into the Clark County Detention Center. She is facing charges related to the hit and run, as well as reckless driving resulting in death or substantial bodily injury. 2 of the kids in the Mitsubishi died, while 2 other kids and a 30-year-old driver were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. A man is dead after being shot by a Metro police officer in the Southeast Valley. It happened just after midnight on Wine River Drive near Sunset Park. Officers say they found 2 people fighting and one had a knife. Police say they ordered the man to drop the knife, and at the same time, an officer shot one of the people present. It's not clear whether the man who died was the person who police said was holding the knife. The man shot was pronounced dead at UMC. The other person was taken into custody. A man who killed a mother and her 2 children in a DUI crash is sentenced to prison. 7 at 7 anchor Cynthia Puga tells us more.
That's right, tears shed at a sentencing hearing as friends and family members remembered 38-year-old Rebecca Post, 6-year-old Achilles Quintanilla, and 5-year-old Leo Post Quintanilla, who were killed in a DUI crash in January.
He took my wife from there. He took my 2 sons.
My sister, my best friend, was actually gone, and there was nothing I could do to change any of it.
I received a call from the coroner's office stating that they were able to identify my mom, but due to Leo's condition, we were unable to go and see him because he was unidentifiable.
Daryl Smith will spend 16 to 40 years in prison, a sentence Rebecca's daughter calls unfair.
He has the possibility of getting out. He has the possibility of just getting probation. He killed my mom and my 2 younger brothers.
In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Tonight we have mostly clear skies with an overnight low of 44 degrees, then sunshine the next 2 days with a high of 66 and low of 43 tomorrow, and a high of 69 and low of 46 on Thursday. We could see some clouds Friday, high of 63 and low of 40. Looking at this weekend, sunny skies, highs in the low 60s and lows around 41 degrees. Next week, we may see some rain clouds on Monday, 11% chance of rain with a high of 61 and low of 40, then highs in the upper 50s and low 60s, and lows in the upper 30s and low 40s the rest of the week. In business, brought to you by G Bank, your best banking experience ever. The Venetian Hotel Casino is making management changes, laying off several longtime and high-level employees. In an internal memo obtained by the Review-Journal, the staff reductions were part of a move to, quote, streamline operations by eliminating leadership and management positions. Some of those affected included executives and senior-level employees in multiple departments. The Venetian told the RJ less than 50 team members were impacted. The property is undergoing a $1.5 billion upgrade and recently announced a new partnership with Pechanga Resort Casino in Southern California.
Now for your sports update brought to you by PT's Taverns. Where there's 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. Formula One has strengthened and upgraded their barriers over the pedestrian bridges ahead of this year's Las Vegas Grand Prix. Last fall, screens were placed on the glass of the bridges around the Las Vegas Strip, resulting in people who wanted a peek at the race peeling the screens off of the glass or chain link fences to get a view. This year, as you can see, is different. Aluminum barriers have been propped up, proving to be more difficult to move this year. The GP kicks off with free practice 1 on November 21st at 6:30.
In Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Personal trainers can be expensive, and finding the best one for you can be a challenge. Experts say to look for someone who you can connect with and understand their motivation style. Consider whether they're certified and what academic training they've undergone. Additionally, price matters. Make sure you know what you're signing up for and whether a contract is involved. Plus, make sure they'll work with you to set realistic fitness goals.
Vegas Station brought to you by Station Casinos STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders have some new coaches on the staff with Antonio Pierce following the firing of Luke Getsy and others after Week 9. Scott Turner will serve as the interim offensive coordinator. His father, Norv Turner, will be the senior advisor, and Joe Philbin will serve as the new offensive line coach. Now, what does AP expect from the new promotions on his staff?
I'm hoping this father-son combination works some miracles for us and put some points on the board. But obviously, we got a lot of work to do. It's just not on them two gentlemen. It's our entire staff and our players understand that we got a big task in front of us and we can do it.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. NFL Week 10 was a frustrating one for bettors as favorites ended up winning, which is the good news. But the bad news is multiple favorites did not end up covering the spread. Kansas City is chief among those favorites who did not end up covering, beating the Denver Broncos 16-14 after blocking a last-second field goal after KC entered the game as 7-point favorites. The Buccaneers also gave the sportsbook a win, losing by 3 points to the San Francisco 49ers after entering as 6.5-point underdogs. Only 3 favorites won bettors big money this week.
In your lifestyle news, brought to you by LV Craft Shows, has been bringing you the finest craft and gift shows since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for our upcoming events. Pickleball players, grab your paddles and get your appetite ready. A new complex is set to open in Henderson. Chicken and Pickle, an indoor-outdoor entertainment and pickleball complex, will open November 19th on St. Rose Parkway. Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are among the backers of the 38,000 square foot complex. It will feature 2 dining areas, a sports bar, dog park, beer garden, yard games, and of course, 14 pickleball courts. Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Actor and Las Vegas local Mark Wahlberg continues to grow his business empire in our city while ramping up his film schedule. LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katzlamidas tells us about the actor's expanding fingerprint in Vegas.
I'm beginning to wonder if Mark Wahlberg hasn't actually been cloned or if he is twins or both. The A-lister who makes Las Vegas his home has just opened Fletcher Cantina, his latest restaurant at Town Square in Las Vegas. Upcoming movies include Flight Risk, due out in January, Play Dirty, Balls Up, and Family Plan 2, all in the pipeline. And Wahlberg still wants to bring the film industry to Nevada, saying 10,000 jobs in our state is great business.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7 tonight. Watch 7 at 7 twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platform. See you tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.